Hi. Continuing our previous topic from last lesson, today we will see some examples using sentences so we can see how to use the verb haber, right? The verb haber that we have been seeing how to conjugate in our previous lesson. So here we have some sentences. In black I have written the sentences in Spanish, in green to the right the meaning in English, okay? So let's take a look at the first one. We have aquí hay mucha gente. Aquí hay mucha gente. Gente means people. Aquí means here, right? Mucha means plenty. If you remember when we spoke about plenty and many, right? Mucha is plenty, muchas would be many. So gente is uncountable in Spanish, so it would be mucha. Unlike personas for persons, which is countable, then we would say muchas, as you can see here, okay? However, since we cannot say in English there is plenty people, I have translated it as there is a lot of people. So, aquí hay mucha gente. Here, there is a lot of people, okay? So, here we are using the special conjugation of the verb haber, hay, for there is. And why do I say special conjugation? Because when we say there is in English, we are using the verb to be, right? But it's not a special conjugation of the verb to be, because the conjugation is a conjugation of the verb to be in simple present for the third person of the singular, right? For the third subject pronoun of the singular. That means for it, or he or she, right? Is. However, if you take a look at here, there is no conjugation of the verb haber that says hay, H-A-Y, right? That's why in Spanish this is a special conjugation. That means literally there is. Next sentence. Ayer hubo tormenta. Ayer hubo tormenta. Yesterday there was storm, or a storm, right? Tormenta is storm. So when in Spanish, remember, when we want to individualize something, we would say una tormenta, right? Ayer hubo una tormenta. But we are talking about a storm in abstract, right? There simply was a storm. It was stormy. So we omit the article. And when I say we omit the article, I mean we don't use neither a definite article nor an indefinite article, right? As here, we totally omit the article. And here, look at this. Hubo means there was, right? Here, it's the past conjugation for he, she, or it, right? There was. In English it would correspond to it, right? To something abstract. There was something. Okay. But here we also use hubo, right? Hubo muchas personas. Hubo muchas personas. And look at this. Personas means persons. There were many persons. So persons is countable, and you can see here muchas personas, many persons, countable, and plural, right? However, we use hubo. Look, we say there is. Here I have translated it as there were, sorry. I translated like there were instead of saying well, in English actually it's for they were, and he, instead of saying there was, as it would be here, hubo would literally mean there was. Right? But we use hubo muchas personas, there was many people. Why? Because the conjugation of to be in plural here in the past is not used, right? If we want to use it like an auxiliary verb, we use hubieron, right? But when we want to use verb haber, hubieron, like there was or there were, in Spanish we would only use hubo, right? The singular. Either for a singular, for one here, one storm, or for plural, in this case many persons. We use hubo and hubo. It's as saying there is many persons. That would be the correct form, the correct way of speaking in Spanish. In Spanish, if we say there were, if we say hubieron muchas personas, it is incorrect. We have to say hubo muchas personas. There was many people, many persons. So this is something you have to keep in mind. Even if you say hubieron, probably everybody will understand what you're talking about, and many people would say hubieron, although it is wrong. Okay. So our next example is va a haber una guerra. There will be a war. Guerra is war. So there will be a war. We can also say it habrá una guerra. Habrá una guerra. Here we are using future number 2. Here we are using future number 1. Va a haber, right? And they are exactly the same. They mean the same thing. Now, ¿has corrido mucho? Now you're using verb haber as an auxiliary verb, right? For the compound conjugations. In this case, we are conjugating in present perfect, yes? Has corrido mucho. To us, right? So we are using this one. Verb haber in present, but we are adding the past participle of the verb correr, to run, right? This one. So we are saying, have you run a lot? Remember that in Spanish we can omit the subject, the person, to, because it's implied in the verb, in the conjugated verb. So it's okay to say tú has corrido mucho, but we don't need to say tú, so we can omit it and we just say has corrido mucho. Have you run a lot? And here our last example is hemos visto a Juan. Again, we have verb haber as auxiliary verb, okay? So this is again present perfect. So we are using verb haber in present tense. So hemos is a conjugation for nosotros, for we, nosotros. So nosotros hemos, we have. Nosotros hemos visto a Juan. Visto is a past participle for the verb ver.